AITA for going nuclear on my aunt at my own wedding after her son harassed my SIL? So my wedding was 2 weeks ago and I feel like I'm living in the wreckage of a bomb I set off myself. I'm so lost and I need to know if I'm the monster my family is making me out to be. I, 28F, just married the love of my life, 30M. His family is Arab Muslim, and they are, without exaggeration, the best people I have ever known. I'm an only child and my own family is really complicated and husband's family welcomed me with open arms from day one, so for the first time, I felt like I had a real, supportive family unit. I'm basically an only child. My half-brother from my dad's side is much older and he currently lives in Japan, and even though we don't talk much, he still called me to congratulate me. As for my parents, they weren't even supportive of my marriage until I told them I'd cut them off if they kept pushing. So yeah, I already knew going in that I couldn't count on them for anything but drama. The wedding itself was perfect, for a while. Everyone was happy, even my parents were smiling at some point. Then there's my cousin, Mark, 35M. My aunt begged me to invite him and honestly, and yes I regret this, I couldn't really say no because I didn't want any drama. Mark is a walking disaster. He is a womanizer, has 3 children with 3 different women he abandoned, and his own father is the one sending them money. He's just a user. But for my aunt, the sun shines out of his peach. So the night is winding down when I hear a scream. Not a happy one. I turn and see my youngest sister-in-law, Layla, 19F, backed against a wall. My cousin Mark is standing in front of her, and he's dripping wet. She's the one who screamed, and she's holding an empty water glass. So when I rushed over, Layla was visibly trembling. My other SIL told me what happened. Mark had cornered her, telling her she was too pretty to be hiding under that thing, her hijab, and that she was wasting her perfect face. Then, the part that made me even angrier, he apparently reached out and tried to tug it off her head to see her beautiful hair. Backstory: my SIL had a traumatic accident years ago, and ever since then, she's been uncomfortable around men. Even hugging her own dad and brother took years of patience and trust. So for her to be cornered at my wedding by my cousin telling her to take off her hijab, saying she was too pretty to be covering her hair, and pushing her like that, she was literally shaking. My older SIL, who is a force of nature, was already there and getting in his face. It was about to get physical. My father-in-law calmly stepped between them, looked at Mark, and said quietly but with absolute finality, "It is time for you to leave my son's wedding." I thought that would be the end of it and was ready to console Layla. But then my aunt, Mark's mother, stormed over. "You can't kick him out. He was just joking with her. She's being too sensitive." First it was he was complimenting her, then it became he was just joking. Before I could even speak, my own mother pipes up, "I'm sorry but she's right. This is a huge overreaction. Mark didn't mean any harm, that's just how he is." Seeing Layla still shaking and looking so scared, and hearing my own mother defend this creep who had just assaulted my new sister, a switch flipped inside me and I just snapped. I looked straight at my aunt and said, "No, he needs to leave. No." She started up again, "OP, you are not going to disrespect your family like this." And I just let her have it. My family? You don't get to lecture me about family, this is actually why your own is broken. This blind worship of your useless, good-for-nothing son is the reason you have one child who ruins every event he attends, and another who hasn't spoken to you in 5 years. And you dare wonder why your own daughter went no contact? It's because of this. Because you will always choose him over the people he hurts. So yes, he is leaving and you can leave with him if you want. The entire area went dead silent. Then my aunt started crying and stormed out with my cousin and my parents trailing behind after they gave me one of their classic "you are a disappointment" looks. My phone has been a nightmare since. Texts from my parents calling me cruel, vicious, and saying I used a family tragedy, my other cousin leaving, as a weapon. Telling me about how my aunt has just been sending them messages about how I broke her heart. My husband had been supportive, he kept telling me I was just defending Layla and that my family showed their true colors. But I can't get rid of these moments of guilt. Mark was 100% in the wrong. I've already cut him off, I don't want him anywhere near me or my husband's family again. But the part one keep thinking about is what I said to my aunt. I don't regret defending my SIL, she was scared out of her mind, and I will always pick her over him, but maybe I went too far bringing up her daughter leaving. I know that's a sore spot and I basically twisted the knife. I feel like I dropped a nuke to win a fistfight and now my entire family is radioactive. AITA? Update. So, I'm trying to write this without getting emotional, but I'm failing. I've just been sitting here with tears in my eyes watching this post blow up. It might sound small, but seeing this level of support, even from strangers on the internet, has genuinely helped me see this whole situation with so much more clarity. Thank you. I'm not even exaggerating when I say thank you from the bottom of my heart, y'all are wonderful. For those who thought it was fake, honestly, I get it, but all I can say is this is my life. I know it's obvious I'm not the jerk for defending Layla. She deserves the world, and I would do it again in a heartbeat, no regrets. I just wanted to ask for advice because when you grow up in a certain way, it's hard to trust your own judgment. My parents are masters of making you feel like you're the crazy one. Their family motto might as well have been, if we think it's good, then it is. If we think it's bad, then it is. The lines between right and wrong were always blurred for me, and unlearning that has been a lifelong project. Meeting my now husband was the turning point. He's so kind, respectful, and supportive, and he showed me what a healthy family dynamic actually looks like. And I really can't wait for a future full of him and our shared happiness. Now for the important part. Layla is doing better. I called her a few hours after the post, and she immediately started apologizing and saying she felt bad for ruining the night. I immediately shut that down and told her that what happened was 100% Mark's fault. His behavior was awful, and she did nothing wrong. I actually apologized to her for him even being there and for him putting her through that at my wedding. We talked for a while, and she told me she's been seeing a therapist for a while now to work through her trauma, which I think is just incredible of her. Honestly, she's so strong and amazing. While I got some truly vile DMs, the overwhelming majority have been incredible. I want to especially thank the hijabi and Arab women who messaged me. Hearing your stories, and how you felt for Layla and understood her experience, just made me tear up. It's painful, but the support I saw gave me so much hope for a world where girls everywhere can just exist without being harassed. It's a beautiful contrast to the one guy who DM'd me to save me and Layla from my supposedly oppressive in-laws because according to the natural law Muslims just get more conservative after marriage. His message was just a sad reminder that some people will use any tragedy, like the suffering of women in Iran, to fuel their own racism while pretending to be a hero. Just to be clear, I've known my husband for 8 years. I've traveled to his home country with him multiple times and met his huge extended family. Some of his female cousins wear the hijab, some don't. They are all devout, happy, and would have a good laugh at the idea that they're being secretly tortured by evil Muslim men. I absolutely hate it when people weaponize the very real and horrific struggle of others to push their own bigoted worldview. Please don't make assumptions or project weird racist fantasies onto my family and my sister's lived experience. And that brings me to one last thing I really want to make clear. I've been on this earth for 28 years and I've met every kind of person imaginable. Bad people are just bad, and good people are good. It has nothing to do with their faith, their race, or where they come from. I would hate for my post to become a platform for any kind of bigotry. The focus here is on my parents and enabling a harasser and a young woman's trauma being dismissed. Not on inventing weird scenarios about a family I see, love, and laugh with regularly. As for my parents, I took your advice. I sent a final, very short, message and blocked them. The only response was a predictable email from my dad saying he'd be ready to listen when I was ready to apologize. Yeah, he'll be waiting a long time. LOL. Thank you all again. You've given me a sense of peace and validation I didn't even know I was looking for. I really, really appreciate it.